I'm gonna show you guys the best competitive settings in the brand new season of Fortnite. These will include the best colorblind settings, the best stretch resolutions to use, new settings that are in the season, and more up-to-date settings that will boost your FPS. Everything will be timestamped for you guys so you can find exactly what you need. All I ask for you guys is to use my code Witeout in the item shop if you are buying the battle pass for the season. Jumping straight into the game settings, you of course want to be using full screen for your windowed mode so you are getting the least amount of delay possible. I'm not using native res, I am using a stretch resolution. I'll put on screen some of my favorite resolutions to use. And you guys can also check out my top 5 best stretch resolutions video that I recently made. I also highly recommend you guys using performance mode for your rendering mode. The only downside being if this is your first time using performance mode, you'll notice your game's graphics quality will look worse. I have my brightness at 100%. I would only go up to 110% max, but since I did change some of my Nvidia control panel settings, which I will show you guys in 1 second, I will be keeping it on 100% because I do feel like it is a little too bright if I de-raise it, and also my user interface is at 1x. So now for my colorblind settings, I am using Trident 10. I do switch back and forth between Protanope and Trident, which some of you guys may have noticed throughout the seasons. Alright, so I am gonna compare and show you guys what Protanope and Trident looks side by side. And as you guys can see, Trident looks way more vibrant and the colors do pop out a lot more compared to Protanope looking more washed. That is the reason why I am making the switch back and forth between these two color modes, and currently I still am using Trident 10. These are also useful for seeing perfectly through Storm, which is needed and it makes it easier to see other players. And inside of my Nvidia control panel, I have my digital vibrance at 80%, which is the reason why my game looks more saturated. If you want your game to be oversaturated, then you can just boost it up to 80 or even 90%. And also, while we are in the control panel, go to your manage 3D settings, make sure low latency mode is on or ultra, change power management mode to prefer maximum performance, and put texture filtering quality on high performance. For my 3D resolution, I am using 100%. I wouldn't recommend going below 75 to 70% so your game doesn't look horrendous. For your graphics quality settings, you want to have all of these on the lowest options possible, as well as being on low meshes, because when you are on low meshes on performance mode, it gives your game less delay. Going into your game settings, make sure to set your region to the exact region you live in, instead of it being on auto so you aren't having connectivity issues or high ping. This isn't likely, but sometimes if you are on auto, it can put you in a game in a different region, so just make sure it is set to the region you're in. Also, you guys need to take advantage of the preferred item slot setting. Instead of wasting your time trying to organize your loot, you can customize your loadout to know exactly where your guns and your heals are going in your item slots. Scrolling all the way down in your game settings, make sure all of the replay settings are off if that is something you don't need. All it is doing is taking up space on your PC, and it is going to reduce your performance, as you guys can see it even says it. To find the best sensitivity for keyboard and mouse, pros are recommending you choose between 5 and 8% for your X and Y on 800 DPI. Most of the top pros are using a sense around this range. In your Epic Games launcher, go to your library, and on the right hand side of Fortnite you should see 3 dots you can click on them, then go to options. Make sure to uncheck high resolution textures, DirectX 12 shaders, and disable cosmetic streaming. Turning off all of these settings will give you more FPS and will make your game feel less delayed. That is all of the settings that I have for you guys in this video. If any of these settings did help you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to check out the video on screen where I show you guys the top 5 best stretch resolutions in chapter 4, or you can check out my 40 tips playlist for beginners to improve in Fortnite.